Hello, my amazing, abundant, gorgeous earth signs. We are doing a new earth sign series right now, and I'm about to start with Taurus, and we're going to get the subject going on here. The subject of the reading, but the title of this series is Moving On. Moving right the fuck on. Okay, I've been getting downloads literally all year about cycles coming to an end. Actually, I started getting it last summer. I started getting it around August of or July of last summer. That cycles were coming to, like, major cycles were coming to end. Like some lifetime cycles, for some 10 years, 20 years, 7 years. Really significant cycles were coming to a close. They were closing out, and that new life cycles were going to start, or new whatever cycle it is that you tend to flow with. That, like, for instance, some people go on 5-year cycles, some people go on 7. So I'm one who goes, depending upon the type of situation in life. I'm pretty long. I'm like 20 years. I'm like 10 and 20 years. Anywhere from 10 to 20 years. It's been a bit much, to be honest with you. So I'm okay. We're just taking that. So I'm ready for this cycle to be closed out. And I pretty much every sign of the zodiac is going through this process. So, but very strongly with my earth signs. Anyway, so let's just get one more. This is the topic of our reading, okay? And at the bottom of the deck, love, deep affection, and caring. We are talking about moving on. That's pretty beautiful. I'm taking that because that was at the bottom of the deck, and I really love that. Okay. We have Taurus. We have dark man. Dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. Kind of like that high bun in a guy sometimes. I don't know. A little weird. Spiritual guidance, protection from harm. You have an angel looking out for you, Taurus. Wow, she's beautiful too. Look at that. Grasshopper. Situations in the balance that require careful handling. I'm telling you, you're in the middle of closing out a cycle, okay? So we definitely have love, deep affection. We have protections. We have dealing with a man with dark hair or dark complexion, okay? We are going to start off with the wisdom of the oracle, and we are going to get why the relationship ended. Why the relationship ended for Taurus. Talking to a Taurus here who had a relationship that ended. That's the Taurus I'm talking to, okay? Why did the relationship end? Spirit, please help give me a concise, clear, objective, informational reading to Taurus today about their moving on, okay? I'm just going to take this one because it said to. Okay, it's imagine, but imagine was in reverse, okay? So let me just, I want to, aw, damn, look at the bottom of the deck, Unfinished Symphony. Oh, makes me want to cry. Taurus, don't make me cry. Okay, we're going to read why it ended here really quick, okay? I want to just be as clear as possible with the message, and okay, so this is what we're doing. Protection message. And this is why the relationship ended. Illusions and wishful thinking, rooted in a sense of lack, have entered your life. Now may be the time to see things as they truly are, and not as you hoped or imagined they would be. Release any fear. Then envision anew. Perhaps you are anticipating that something fearful might happen and recreating that image of disaster over and over in your mind. The universe responds to such projections, Taurus. So be aware of this catastrophizing. No matter what, illusions and awfulizing, that's a funny word, awfulizing, are a misuse of imagination, meaning imagination in reverse. Clear the inner slate and stay grounded. Stay real. Only then can you truly have what you desire. All right. Okay. So, Taurus, what I'm getting from this is that you have really gone through something here that was like illusion based, like you were feeding yourself a line about what it was when that's really not what it was. And then, on top of it, you're also like being, you know, basically speaking into existence that which you really don't want to manifest. But, our words have power. Our words cast spells over us, over others. It's the power of language. And it's saying, not to prophesize your own disaster here. Let's really, okay, but that's just an element of why the relationship ended. I feel like the relationship ended because it was kind of an illusion. It was kind of Seven of Cups energy where it was like, you got caught away in a fantasy that really wasn't exactly what it was, maybe from the other person's perspective. Maybe it was from yours, but maybe not from theirs. Okay, the baggage you're still carrying, Taurus. The baggage Taurus is still carrying. The baggage Taurus is still carrying. Okay, the baggage Taurus is still carrying. Nine of Swords, that's some heavy energy, Taurus. This is can't sleep. This is being tormented. This is a little bit of like PTSD vibes. Like, oh my God, I can't believe this is, I can't believe it happened this way. Like, I can't believe this is, this can't be what it really is. Like thinking about it up all night, thinking about the situation, going over and over, like, again, how awful you feel about it, and just like really stuck in the trauma of the emotions. And the two, the high priestess was at the bottom of the deck, meaning, there's a lot going on internally in the subconscious that is impacting your ability to rest, to recover, to have a reprieve. So the baggage that you're still carrying, you might need to talk to somebody about this situation right here. You have your angel here. You might need to, be more meditative before bed. Really maybe start incorporating a nighttime healing routine. Something that's, develop a spiritual practice that includes a bedtime routine that will help you speak good, positive love into your own heart, into your own self, because truly, it begins with us. The healing begins with us, okay? The healing begins with us, Taurus. Okay. Why is Taurus finding it hard to move on? Why is Taurus finding it hard to move on? Okay. So, Taurus is finding it hard to move on, and this is my Akashic Tarot. The Akashic Tarot. It's freaking gorgeous. Okay. So the lookout is you're finding it hard to move on because it's like you're still in the midst of the trauma, the flames, the smoke up in the air, and you're perched up there watching it all just burn, you know, and you're like literally freaked out about it. You're still in the midst of it. This might have all just kind of come down recently, not that long ago. Um, so why you're finding it hard to move on is I feel like you're still very much stuck in the situation, kind of looking at everything just as it is right now, which is very, again, I just keep wanting to say like PTSD-ish, like really traumatizing, very traumatizing. And why you're finding it hard to move on, this came out with it. So, you know, you're going to have to set your own course, and I just don't feel like you're there yet. You know, you're still in the middle of having watched all of this come down. You're getting the reality of it. You're coming out of that illusion, that delusion, and you're coming to terms with what it is that's happening, and you have not yet been able to see the next step. You just haven't even been able to see the next step. So that's why you're finding it hard to move on right now. The lessons learned to be remembered. What are the lessons that Taurus learned from this that need to be remembered, that will be remembered, that they will have learned from, that they will take with them into the next phase of life and will not repeat? What are the lessons learned? What are the lessons learned for Taurus? Wow. So 3 of Swords. Okay, so now we're talking maybe about a future timeline because lessons learned, and I feel like you're still in the middle of the, you know, the discovery process. So being that we're lessons learned would be in the future, right now, this is where you might be, darling, which is the 3 of Swords, just completely heartbroken. Like, look at her down on her knees. She's really like swords completely in her heart, and she's in anguish right now. Okay. So, but in the future, lessons learned are going to be that you're not going to subject, oh, it's the bottom of the deck. Okay. So this is this is when you've let this go and you've regained your stability. You have the 4 of Wands waiting for you, Taurus. You have the 4 of Wands waiting for you, which is a stable, secure environment where you're celebrated, where you have family, you have a community that loves you, that you love back, and that your heart is too tender to ever, you know, put it in a state of delusion or illusion again. Like, I feel like that's going to be your lesson learned. Okay. Is to really value your heart. All right. How to learn. I'm not taking that because I wasn't done asking. Now, how is Taurus going to learn to love again? How is Taurus going to learn to love again? Well, okay, so this is interesting. The 5 of Wands is conflict. It can be sometimes like mind games. It can be okay, I'm pulling this out here. So how is Taurus going to learn to love again? I feel like, so this is conflict, and this is moving away to calmer waters, okay? This is the 6 of Swords, which comes after the 5 of Swords, which is conflict on super, like, aggressive mode. This is, you know, maybe verbal conflict, maybe mind games. This comes after a full-on experience in a situation where it's been, like, brutal. So you're moving away from that. That is how you're going to learn how to move on, is because ultimately that's how you're going to learn to love again, is you're walking away or getting away from the conflict. Okay, we're going to do one advice card here. We have leadership. So leadership is, I believe that this is saying take your own best good into your hands and lead your way out of this. You can do this. I believe in you. Thank you. Good luck.